Hello, civic students. Welcome to your first official project for quarter four on federalism. So, our learning target is I can identify the features of the American system of government by explaining how it has powers, responsibilities, and limits that continue to change over time. So, you can see our rubric here goes from explaining the powers, explaining how the powers have changed over time, explaining how they're still being contested. It's not a static situation, the way that our government operates. And then exceeding is thinking about some current events and like kind of the real world application of this process of contesting, challenging different powers and responsibilities limits in our system of government. And so your task is to choose a Supreme Court case that will showcase our learning target, thinking about how these powers, responsibilities, or limits have changed or been challenged over time. So you're going to write a short essay, 2 to 3 CER paragraphs that outlines the power being contested, the main arguments in favor or against, the outcome of the case, and then any long-term consequences. And so there are 6 cases you can choose from. All of these relate to how, the federal government, the state government, or tribal government have interacted with each other to either, expand power or limit power within these different domains. So feel free to read these descriptions and decide which one is most interesting to you. And then each of these has a link to this website called Oye. And Oye is like an amazing website. It's honestly one of my favorites. And it has all this information about the case. So you can read the facts of the case, the question. So like what's the ultimate, constitutional question they're asking? And then it has the conclusion and why, like what the decision is. And so your task is going to be, once you pick one of these cases, to take some notes using that Oye link. Some of these questions, like the impact on parties involved or impact for future groups, might take a little bit of outside research. If you have any trouble finding resources, let me know. Either email me or come to Zoom and we can check in. But most of these notes you should be able to take straight from this website. And then you're going to answer this question about how has the U.S. system of government's powers, limits, and our responsibilities changed over time. So the only thing that I added down here that I didn't include up here is this idea of background knowledge. So hopefully you have looked at some of the resources from last week's content exploration. If you haven't, that's a great place to start to think about, what was the constitutional setup for each of these branches, whether it's Congress, like legislative, executive, judicial branch, or if it's like the federal government as a whole versus the state government versus the tribal government versus even local government. And so make sure that you are, showing some background knowledge, cite sources from the content exploration or any other research you do. And then these are the same as above. So thinking about, the power, limit, responsibility being contested, the main arguments, the outcome, and the long-term consequences and application to future situations. So how is this going to affect people moving forward? If you want sentence stems, if that's helpful for you, let me know. I can either give those to you, like we can work together on Zoom to add those sentence stems, or if you email me, I can send some ideas that I have. And then you can write your essay in this box. Again, we have our Tuesday small group. I believe this week we will have our Friday at, I think it's 12:15. I'll double check that. I'm like 95% sure. Actually, I have it on the homepage here. 12:15, yay. Okay, so I'll see you all on Friday as well. And so if you have questions between now and then, again, email me, text me, however you want to get in contact. Happy to support between now and Friday, but this project is due on Friday. So you'll want to make sure you at least have something started before then. But we'll meet Tuesday at 10:05 and Friday at 12:15. Thanks so much for your hard work. I hope you enjoy this project, and I'll talk to you all soon.